The pleasure and the treasure belong to God. Okay. This is so satisfying. Like, this one revelation unlocks every word and phrase in the universe, the multiple of 5. Okay. So, and this God ordained this. I talked about this before. Thine is the ecstasy. The phrase "the ecstasy" does the same thing. The pleasure, the treasure, the ecstasy, it all belongs to God. Okay. It's satisfying to get these. Do the math yourself on these letters, but it's satisfying to get these little tidy offsets between words that keep the rest of the letters the same, like pleasure and treasure. Well, God's pleasure is the reason for everything. Okay, and everything is always symbolic. Like, Jesus, who is God, always spoke in parables, and he's still doing that today. So the treasure is God's pleasure. That's what we're after. That's what every human is seeking. Okay? You care about God's pleasure more than you care about finding a desirable item. Okay? There's always something deeper, and there's always something higher that's more valuable if you go deep with God. Okay? So, that's funny. The pleasure is the treasure. Okay? So, pleasure equals Son of Man. It's the famous 97. And then you stick the word "the" in front, and that completes your joy package, your 5. So the pleasure is 130. The treasure is going to take you 10 points higher to be 140. Just a very tidy switcheroo in the front 2 letters. Okay. It's amazing how this is tear-jerking stuff, man. You know how when like one of those, Bachelor episode shows they have on TV or any of these things where it's like there's multiple suitors that are trying to win the heart of this one person, and it's like a competition essentially, where you're trying to win the heart of someone. You're trying to win the favor of someone. You're trying to win the liking of someone. You want to bring someone exceedingly abundant pleasure. That's the way it is with us and God. Okay. But amazingly, we all do it together. And yada yada yada. But oh yeah, and then the word measure. Oh, I love this stuff. It's just so tidy. So measure is 25 points less than treasure, half a joy less than treasure. Okay. Okay. It's called mathematical poetry, folks. It's actually every prophet really is a poet. The word poet is sitting in the word prophet. The measure of God's pleasure is the treasure. There you go. We just pulled off a little one-liner there for your mathematical satisfaction, that it's all about joy, 5s everywhere. Okay. The measure of God's pleasure is the treasure that we are all seeking higher amounts of. Thank you very much. Okay. Fun stuff, man. Slow down. Okay. Find the hot spots on. Anyways. Beautiful day. Perfect stuff.